Hello. So today we are discussing inspiration. I'd say this. Have you ever done something so simple, so ordinary? But then what happens is that someone looks up to you and said something like, wow, you have just inspired me. I know sometimes it can feel like a very weird thought, okay? How the smallest of things that we do can even maybe spark something very huge in someone else. How the smallest of acts can become such an extraordinary inspirational moment for others, okay? So today, I want us to talk about inspiration. We are discussing the letter I, which is for inspiration. I don't mean the big dramatic kind, okay? But just the everyday kind of inspiring others. The kind that comes from maybe simply being yourself, living gently and just leading by example as well, okay? Because honestly, what I'd say is that you are simply inspiring other people, even when you don't realize it. You are being an inspiration every day by just being the amazing person you are. Okay? So, my lovelies, welcome back to EyTrudy. Welcome back to our YouTube channel just now. Okay? And at this point, I would say grab your cup of tea. Okay? If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Eya, and this channel is EyTrudy. This is the space where we kind of grow gently, live intentionally, and learn to love the small things that makes life beautiful as well. So today's video, I'd say, is inspired by something we've been diving into recently out of the book that we have read, and it is ABC on Wellness, okay? So, and that a reminder that inspiration, okay, or inspiring others as well, is the most underrated form of well-being, okay? And it is like a double kind of blessing. You who inspires others feels the blessing, and the person who also gets the inspiration also feels good as well. So you might even want to ask, what does inspiration mean? What does it mean to inspire others? Do you just wake up in the morning and just have the intention that I want to live my life today to inspire every other person around me? I don't think so. You know that we often think that maybe inspiration is maybe for teachers, or maybe for lecturers, for motivational speakers, for pastors, for imams, or for people with huge platforms, okay? Or maybe huge followership on social medias. But the truth is this: you don't need a very big title to be able to inspire someone. Sometimes I would say that inspiration looks like maybe just choosing kindness when it would have been a lot easier to be unkind or to use maybe sharp words, choosing kind words, okay? Inspiration can be maybe even listening, okay, instead of maybe rushing to respond to what you're being told. Inspiring others can even mean showing up consistently in people's life or in what you do. It can just be maybe just being honest about your falls or your disappointments, or just being honest about your challenges. Or even maybe inspiration can be trying again after you have experienced some challenges or had like a fall. It's not all about perfection. You don't have to be perfect to inspire others. But of course, you have to be present. You have to show that you are there. They have to see that which you have done that inspires them. Okay? So, as we progress, we want to tell you one thing about inspiration is definitely leading by example. One line in the book I read said something like, you don't just say you care, you have to show that you care, okay? And it kind of, I would say, that hits me, because what I would say is that so many of us, including myself who is here today, so many of us, I would say that we mean well, okay? But sometimes we forget that people learn more from what we do instead of what we say. Okay, so if you care, maybe say for example, you cared so much about the environment, maybe you can even start cycling to work instead of maybe using your car. Okay, and say for example, if you cared about your well-being, just like myself, okay, then maybe it's time to maybe even start drinking more water, okay, and maybe taking your walks and maybe being serious about your well-being as well, okay. And say for example, if you cared about maybe the relationships in your life, okay, then maybe it's time to start asking people, how are you doing really? And maybe as well actually listening when they kind of tell you how things are with themselves. So inspiration comes by leading by example. I mean, it's powerful because sometimes it can be very quiet. It does not have to be kind of boastful. It does not have to be kind of performative as well. It is simply living your truth, okay, and letting others kind of witness it as well, simply by just being yourself. I consider content creators, vloggers, as one of the most inspirational people in this generation because they just live their life and they inspire a lot of people by doing so, okay? So now, who has inspired you lately? Think about the things you know how to do. Think about all the things you know how to do. Maybe say, for example, you know how to kind of fry chin chin, or maybe cooking your favorite meal, or maybe even speaking a language, or maybe even think about the things you know about navigating life just now. So what I would say is this: none of us learned those things we know alone. Someone, somewhere must have inspired us. It could be our parents that taught us. It could be our friend. It could be a teacher. It could be a stranger. Even myself who is sitting down here today, someone must have inspired me to put myself out there to maybe discuss wellness as well from the ground up. So why I'm saying this is because inspiration in itself is a kind of a chain reaction. Someone passed something onto yourself, and now it is your turn to pass something onto someone else. Okay? Because at the end of the day, we all can inspire one another. I would always say this: we all can lend a helping hand to one another. We all can be a source of inspiration to one another. No one knows everything, frankly. Okay? And now let's even look at this differently. What can you share? This is where it gets a little bit personal just now because each of us has something to offer. It could be a skill, it could be a story, it could be a habit, it could be your thought process, your perception of things that could genuinely help someone else grow, that could genuinely impact someone else's life. Maybe you can even say, for example, maybe you can cook a family recipe, okay? Maybe you can speak another language that people don't know. Maybe you are a friend who has that innate ability that knows how to calm others down or calm a chaotic moment down. Maybe say for example, maybe you are good with money just now, or maybe you are good with plants, or even babies, or maybe even skincare. Okay? Maybe you are the life of the party. You are the one when you enter the party, you bring the joy, you bring the laughter, you bring the loud. Okay? Whatever it is that you can do, that it is valuable and shareable, it doesn't matter how that feels like, you can use that to inspire someone, and it makes the world a richer place to live in. It makes the world a better place, and it does have a positive impact on your well-being as well. So now, the other thing I wanted to look at is the real life examples here. Let me even make it real a bit. Here are some of the tiny things you can maybe use to inspire someone today. Okay. Yes, because I like to maybe take it from the basics, things that everyone has access to. Okay. You can even start by sending a message to someone who has been quiet lately. It's surprising how you can disappear for a long time and no one checks on you. That friend you've not seen posting recently, send a message to them. Okay. You can even maybe a friend has been struggling with an idea. You can share what you know about it. Teach someone how to maybe make something that you are already good in making. I mean, be open about your mistakes as well. By sharing your challenges, you are also inspiring people who are facing similar challenges at that point in their life. Another thing is that you can show kind of enthusiasm about things. You can also celebrate people without making yourself feel smaller. By celebrating people in your life, you are also inspiring others to do so. These things may seem small, but what I know is that they create something I call a ripple effect of inspiration. Okay? I don't want to say a ripple effect of kindness, but hey, I mean, it creates a ripple effect of inspiration. So, my lovelies, this is your challenge today. So here is my gentle challenge for you. I would say the EyTrudy way. So now, take one thing you know, one thing you love, and one thing you do well. That's 3 things already. And share it with someone this week. What's that one thing you know how to do? One thing you love, one thing you are growing in. Share it with someone. It doesn't have to be big. Guys, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just have to be intentional. Okay? You just have to be intentional about inspiring others. So my lovelies, just so we don't make this video too long, I think the message is clear. The I is for inspiration and that we all can inspire one another. Okay? So my lovelies, remember this. You are already inspiring people. You just need to notice it. Don't think you are not being an inspiration. You have been. You just need to notice it. Okay? And what I would say is this. If this video touched you in any way, please share it with someone who may have inspired you and tell them in the comments, was that one thing that they had done in the past or currently doing that keeps inspiring you as well? That's what I would say. Notice when people be an inspiration and give them the compliment they deserve and make it an effort to inspire others. Okay? So until next time when we see, lead with love, lead with gentleness, and always, 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 always remember to lead by example, because that's how you go on to inspire others. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll definitely see you in our next video just now. Okay? And if you've not been following this series, please just go back. We are treating ABC on wellness, and we're diving into each of the letters of the alphabet to tie it down to an activity or something you can do to improve your wellness. It is an interesting series if you ask me. So if you're not following that, please feel free to follow it. Please remember to share, like, comment, and subscribe to stay with us in this our growing community. Thank you. Bye-bye.